Hello and welcome to the What the Nuck podcast, the podcast for Canucks fans. I'm your host, Ridey, alongside my good friends and co-hosts, Krabby and Gunny. Well, boys, the regular season is just around the corner. We just wrapped up preseason. Vancouver went 2-3-1. You guys have any players that were really standing out to you guys? Some guys that disappointed you? What say you, Krabby?
Oh, me first?
Yeah.
Nice change up. I know it's usually you.
20 minutes of me rambling.
Yeah. There, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be like a 30-second ramble for me and probably another 15 for him. So we'll start with me. Phil DiGiuseppe.
Great preseason.
Yeah, great preseason. Honestly, the only real good standout for the team in my eyes. Cole McWard, he played good, but then he also had some rough spots. Hoglander, Podkolzin didn't really capitalize on their opportunities, and DiGiuseppe though, he took it and he ran with it. Now he's playing second line.
Yep. Well, he's playing second line to end last season.
Yeah.
We can go back in the pod when you guys were saying that was slanderous and he shouldn't be there in the second line.
Still shouldn't be there.
Yeah. One true defender, all right? That was my guy too. Stand out for him. And also for, honestly, he never had obviously was going to make the team, but Philip Roenick.
Yeah.
Everything was advertised. He's looked calm, collected, cool. He looked like the second best defenseman, obviously, on our team, which is what we need him to be. But he absolutely was very good in his own end, and offensively was great as well.
Yeah.
He was standing out to me, and that guy is ready-made to be our second best defenseman and add a huge upgrade on our defense from last year.
Yeah.
Well, in the last game too, they bolstered up the first pair there by putting him with Hughes.
Yeah.
And obviously you might want it balanced for future, but man, seeing that first pair with Roenick and Hughes, I was loving it. It was so good.
That makes your whole, if you're down a goal 6-on-5, you can still rock two defensemen out there.
Yeah.
Hughes and Hronek.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you put as your third and fourth there for the forwards? Miller, Kuzmenko, Pedersen. Would you put Besser?
Yeah, it's Besser.
Yeah.
Besser, maybe Garland if you want to go win some battles in the corner while he's spinning around.
It's probably Mikheyev's spot when Mikheyev's there, though. Mikheyev's a battler. He'll go to the dirty
at
areas.
this point we need to actually see the guy play.
Yeah.
He was great beginning of last season, though.
Oh, yeah.
He was. And
half
that was
a
on
fucking
one
leg.
too, so. Yeah. I agree with you guys. Outside of the guys that were pushing for a spot that had to get the spot, DiGiuseppe was the clear front runner. And that's the thing that's kind of disappointing in my eyes too. I think he totally deserves it, and he deserves to be on that top six unit there with Miller and Besser. But the fact that DiGiuseppe is the guy making that top six is Hoglander or Podkolzin couldn't take it by the bull by the horns and make the team. I know it says they're on the opening night roster, but there's going to be some scratches here and there.
One of them's not going to play.
Exactly. Yeah. So again,
also happy birthday to Phil DiGiuseppe. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's either today or it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah,
but anyways, Pizza Man, full good on you, man. You fucking killed it. I'm just gonna say the guy that dominated the preseason for us, because I don't want to say DiGiuseppe as well. Quinn Hughes.
Yep.
Played
captain.
I know it's preseason. Yeah, captain Quinn Hughes.
Absurdly good. He looks so fast.
Oh my god, the skating, the backhand goal he scored against the Oilers.
The backhand was still kind of weak.
The backhand was weak, but the skating around to get to that point.
Where he got there.
But the fact he even shoots that. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I know that was probably one of your point, but man, the amount of shots this guy took, I think he led the NHL in this preseason in shots or something.
Really?
Through some point, he was leading in shots. He had 17, I think.
Yeah.
Guy was bombing shots.
Yeah. No, he just looks dangerous every time now, more so than he did past season.
Hughes with a shot?
Yeah.
Hey, get ready for the Norris there.
Buddy.
Yeah, no, but
love
so
it.
I love the way Quinn Hughes played. Who else was there? I was gonna say, did Demko look solid in the outings I saw as well? Not to I don't know. I didn't really feel like he had to work too much in the Calgary game, because Vancouver had it under control for the most part. But Demko seems like he's solid again. And he's ready to go.
So Casey DeSmith, I was happy with his play.
Solid. DeSmith does look very good.
That felt nice compared to what we saw last year.
Yeah, no, and just to talk about that last preseason game against Calgary too. I really thought, I was telling you guys earlier, that was the first game Vancouver's played where I was not worried as much in the third period because it seemed like they had things on lockdown, which they
Yeah.
did. There was no point where I'm like, oh shit, Here
Structure.
comes Calgary.
There
yeah.
it is. Well, yeah.
Rick Tocchet's structure is
Yeah.
working. Like they looked good, and I wasn't like, I didn't feel like we were in danger of giving up a point or, and against a team like Calgary too, that's in our division.
Yeah.
Like you want to be closing those games out, so you get the 2 points, they fall behind, right?
Yeah.
So no, all in all, like the 2 games that Vancouver won was when the roster was bolstered.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see. Those are the results you want. Outside of that, preseason's kind of a crapshoot. You just want to see some of your prospects maybe make it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was for individuals to stand out, which for us it kind of sucked that those guys, pretty much none of them stood out. The guys
Yeah.
we wanted to really take a roster spot, absolutely didn't. Like even without mentioning like Jack Rathbone and Jet Wu, who were kind of
yeah,
on
Jet
the
Wu wasn't-
long shots anyways, but
Yeah.
they also looked not good.
Speaking of disappointments, though, like, did you guys have any players that you were kind of just like hoping would do more and didn't outside of Höglander and Podkolzin?
Outside of those two,
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed that Hirose didn't get the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Wait, one guy. Hold on. Impression guy. Teddy Bluger.
Oh,
Actually,
Yeah.
we got to talk about Teddy
Hey,
quick
I'll talk
here.
about Teddy Bluger all day.
Teddy Bluger. He looked so good.
Was he his because he had a goal in that Flames game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Hughes pass that to him, or was that Di Giuseppe that had the breakaway and scored that?
They
nice
both
goal?
had breakaways.
They both had breakaways, but Hughes had a really nice.
Yeah,
outlet
Yeah, that was
pass.
to Bluger.
That was the blue. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
goal was super nice. And honestly, like I know Bluger's our like defensive like shutdown guy. He's got a bit of offensive upside. Like
Yeah.
he
He's quick, dude.
has some IQ up there, man. Like
We do need depth scoring.
yeah.
So
No, it's you can't just have like Pedersen, Kuzmenko, Miller be our only scorers this year. Like
guy didn't say Besser.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
need to
say,
get
what about
well.
Brock
that's what I'm
Besser?
saying. This is the best
35 goal scorer Besser.
He had 5 assists. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Hey, I don't
Or
care
like
how
6
Besser
or
gets the
something.
points, man. As long as he's producing a little bit more than what he did last year,
Yeah.
which he will. But yeah, I can't say it yet because he hasn't done it yet. The season hasn't started. But
No, you can't say it. You guys have been pumping the 35 goal
I'm
Besser.
standing by 35 and 30.
I still think that happened. I'm
Perfect
just
time for
saying.
me to mention that both of these guys did not pick up Besser in the fantasy
I
draft
did.
that we did. Well, he dropped him for who?
Yeah, I dropped Besser for Capo Caco.
Oh,
because
God.
Capo Caco's gonna have a hell of a year, and when he does, and one of you guys pick him up, you're welcome.
In my defense, I don't have any right wing slots open.
Oh, okay. A lot of complaints. I picked up Besser. I made room for a 35 goal scorer on my team.
Nice.
The only player I could drop is a left wing.
Yeah, fair.
That's fine. Just wanted to show that these guys aren't true believers.
I believe. Hey, I traded for Quinn Hughes. All right, I believe in this team.
Okay, I'm not gonna even get into Frabby's fantasy problems. That's
I gave up a fucking king's ransom for Quinn Hughes.
Moving on here, boys. So we're just going to quickly talk about the recap of last season. Vancouver finished with a record of 38 wins, 37 losses, and 7 overtime losses.
Just so mid.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that is the
That's
definition
so
of that
mid.
mushy middle right there.
Dude, I just
And they, you know what?
either like tank the season or like do good.
They're
you
making
know?
the trade for Ronick
That's
and then
fucking
trying to compete.
bullshit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Demko plays a bunch of games.
We
Shoes
literally-
with 26 minutes a night. Get
We
in the
were-
mushy middle.
Yeah.
We were crashing hard, and they were like, hold my beer, grab Ronick, start double shifting Pedersen and Quinn Hughes, and we just went bye-bye to Bedard. So,
Yeah.
anyways, they finished 6th in the Pacific, 11th in the Western Conference, so they just missed the playoffs again.
Just.
And, well, I mean, they
Missed
missed
by
it
3
by a bit.
spots.
Yeah, they missed like
Wow, we were dead in November, man.
and 22nd in the league. Again, not a good spot to be in the NHL. Scoring leaders last year, Pedersen broke out, had a career high of 39 goals, 63 assists, and 102 points, boys. JT Miller, after being angry for the first half of the year, finished with 82 points.
Yep, point per
Classic.
game as he usually is.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes, assist machine, 69 assists. Nice. Finished with 76 points.
Second in the
Kuzmenko's
NHL.
first year.
In defensive scoring.
Yeah, tied for second in the NHL in defensive scoring. And Kuzmenko's first year on the scene, 39 goals as well, matches Pedersen, 35 assists for 74 points. Led the league in shooting percentage. No?
Yes.
Yes.
26%.
Yeah. So
What a hell of
we
a
have
fucking
some
stat
we
line.
have some shooters on this team that can get up to big numbers in points that should get us over the hump to get to the playoffs this year. Question is do they do it? Quickly too, the notable additions that Vancouver has made this year. to bolster their lineup. And this is dating back to last year when they made a trade, shipping Bo Horvat out to the New York Islanders for Philip Hronek, Atu Ratu, and a 2023 first-round pick, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. We got in free agency, the boys picked up Ian Cole, Carson Soucy, Matt Irwin, who's going to be starting in Abbotsford, it seems like, Teddy Bluger, Pius Suter, and then 2 trades they made was Casey DeSmith for Tanner Pearson, and a 3rd round, was that?
Yeah, we gave up Tanner Pearson and a 3rd to get Casey DeSmith.
Yep. And and very recently, we just picked up Sam Lafferty from the Leafs for a 5th round pick. Now, obviously, the subtractions from this are Horvat, Ekman Larson, we bought out. Ethan Bear's still not picked up.
Rumors for Ethan Bear are that when he's healthy, he's going to sign with us.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thought. He wants to sign with us, but who knows?
That would be so nice, by the way.
When's he healthy, though? It's like December?
I think it's December-ish, yeah. So we were going to sign him. He got injured. Don't know what we were doing. And now we're kind of waiting for him to get healthy, and I think he'll sign with us.
See, that's very capable, is if your right side's Bear, Hronek, and Myers.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
That's nice.
Speaking of which,
that's
actually, one guy
quite
that
nice.
surprised me in the preseason, Myers played pretty well. Every game he was
Myers
in?
played like Myers, man.
I don't think
I
so.
think he played
I
good.
disagree with you.
He
I
had some
think
great highs, but he also had his pizzas.
Buddy, guy scored 69 seconds into the Flames game.
Yeah,
Once
he's
again. Nice.
It's on Jacob
What-
Markstrom.
yeah,
That
honestly.
doesn't count.
Back to it here quickly. Yeah, we let Kyle Burrows walk. Gritty guy.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, congrats to
Yeah.
him for getting a contract in San Jose. Travis Dermott's gone. D'Elia is gone, and Martin got waived, and Pearson was dealt.
Martin got claimed
For
by
the Smith.
Columbus.
Oh, he got claimed by Columbus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right on. And then,
we
I
also
believe-
lost Luke Shan.
Yeah, Luke Shen
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, so that's it. I'll just quickly read the starting lineup here.
That was just released.
So if you're looking at the subtractions compared to the additions, right? Are you more... Do you say they relatively balance each other out? Are you saying the subtractions are far greater than the additions?
Well, honestly, we don't have the picks that we gave up because we always give up, I think we lost probably a 2nd, 3rd, and a 5th, and probably another 4th somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be that the additions are more than subtractions, and I do think there are. And it's not just in a vacuum, like those are better than them. It's just what they do for our team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like OEL might, as you guys are saying, have a great season in Florida and stuff like that and be better, but at the end of the day, he was not doing that here.
No.
Couldn't do that here.
No.
Hronek for Horvat, that's obviously the big addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
We needed the defense. We needed that core to have like a fresh start as well. So like Horvat leaving was a big thing. The only thing I don't like from the subtraction is losing Burrows and Shen. I like that we added like Lafferty and stuff, but like I like
Having that grit and the...
grit and stuff like that. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. But hopefully one of these, like I know Soucy's a big boy. He's obviously week to week, but
Would you have given Shen the contract that he got in Nashville?
No.
wasn't over $2 million. It was like 2.
Yeah.
It was like...
No,
was
we
it
can't
not
afford
just
that.
under... Yeah.
No, he can happily. He deserves it.
Yeah, he
Good
100%
trade.
deserves it,
We
but we
couldn't
couldn't pay that.
We couldn't
I
pay that, no.
would never pay that. No.
I totally agree with you. I think positionally, what Vancouver's needs were this year, you have to give credit where credit is due. Alvin and Rutherford have done such a good job at like bolstering this team to its full potential. We could score goals even without Horvat. Yeah, you're leaving 30 goals out there, but we could score goals without Horvat still, and we just bolstered our blue line, which we desperately needed. Getting Hronek, Cole, and Soucy to play with Hughes and Myers and co, like that's very solid in my opinion. Also picking up guys that can really help on the penalty kill with Teddy Bluger, Pius Suter, getting a solid backup, which is another thing they said they were going to get, and they got it into Smith.
Sam Lafferty is also quite the
for
penalty
PK.
kill specialist.
He is too, yeah. So
Well,
like,
he's a right-handed face-off guy.
Right-handed
That's
yeah,
the big
that's
thing.
one thing we desperately need.
and they were talking about that too with Lafferty. He has like a strong side, and so does Bluger. So if they go on the penalty kill together, they'll both be like going on the strong side. So it's like you have like the dominant guy.
I'm
both
assuming they're
times.
both going to be playing, what's it called? The fourth line.
Sam Lafferty? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's-
so.
It seems like
They're
yeah.
so
He's like the upgrade to Studnicka because Studnicka actually got sent to waivers. He got cleared.
he cleared along with Willanen.
But that's like essentially the upgrade for Studnicka, which
Yeah,
I
that's
will
perfect though, because I always think that you should definitely rock a second center if you can on every single line.
Well, the fact he can do face. I think he played on the wing with the
Leafs.
Armandale had a really good write-up on him.
Yeah.
On the Leafs, he mainly played wing, and he actually did in PK for them because apparently they have Ryan O'Reilly, Mitch Marner, Noel Akari, and stuff like that. They have like a very good PK group that he didn't crack. But in Chicago was where he was mainly doing it, and the main point where he got most of his points too as well when he's playing a bigger role in Chicago. But Sam Lafferty, like for us, he'll be on the PK group, which we desperately needed because none of those guys stepped up.
Yep.
Like Archie Baines and Atterati, they look great, but they weren't enough to crack opening roster. Like they still happily with their development and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we just didn't have enough bottom six guys that could properly kill PK. Mm-hmm. And if you guys are just getting back into the Canucks, our PK has been atrocious the last 2 years. That's where I think the additions really help.
Yeah.
Is they're all in stuff that we need. Our Roenick, Cole, and Susie.
Yeah,
absolutely NHL ready players that can play in our defensive core and bolster it by far. Mm-hmm. Matter win depth piece, and then obviously the college kids we got as well.
Yeah,
they're great. And then Bluger, Suter, Sam Lafferty, they have to be on that PK. Yeah. PK has been atrocious, and we needed to get to at least league average this year.
Yeah,
that also frees up more time for like Miller and Pettersson at 5v5 because as much as they're fun, like watching them on the PK, I don't want to see them on the PK.
Well, Patterson
I disagree. I actually really like having them as like one unit because I do, like maybe if you want to like limit their minutes as the season goes on, sure. Pettersson is that player to me. Like Pettersson is like Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner penalty kills for the Leafs. Like why can't he?
Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah, Patrice Bergeron. Like you got to have like I think that really bolsters your.
Well, what I'm trying to say is like I don't want to see PD out there killing a penalty for a minute. Like I'm happy they have Lafferty now so they can run 3 PK units.
Yeah, he shouldn't just because we kind of lose that offensive thing, but he also had like what was it? Weren't we outscoring on the power play for some reason?
When they switched to Talkett and he was putting those guys out, Miller and Peterson, we were scoring like a shorthanded goal a game.
I think they had like 7 goals between them in the shorty, which is huge. And like they were actually very good penalty killers.
We scored 2 shorthanded goals on the same power play against Toronto.
Yeah, against Toronto. That's why you remember it. I remember for that too.
Yeah, and the like what you guys are saying too, like it seems like the PK has improved, just seeing it on display during the preseason. Like they've definitely improved. They handled nice little voice crack there. Welcome. They handled the Oilers power play pretty well for the most part. There was a couple of scrambles, but I mean, it's Draisaitl and McDavid. Like you're gonna have some scary moments.
They went 0 for 5 on.
Yeah,
McDavid and Draisaitl won, right?
Yeah, they didn't score a fucking goal.
Garbage. But so those are like the additions and subtractions for the team this year. And then this is the starting lineup they just posted. So I'm just going to read these out. Just that these aren't like set lines or anything like that, but these were like rushes from a practice recently. So they have Kuzmenko, Pettersson, Garland, DiGiuseppe, Miller, Besser, Joshua, Suter, Beauvillier, Podkolzin, Bluger, Lafferty, and Höglander are the forwards. As defense goes, we got Hughes, Roenick, Cole, Myers, and because Susie's week to week, it's going to be Susie, Brisebois, and Juleson. And then obviously in net, we have Demko and DeSmith. On IR right now, Mikheyev is there. He's in a red contact or non-contact jersey right now, and he's like working to be ready sometime in the first week or the second week of the season. But yeah, that's how the Canucks are shaping up right now. So I ask you two gentlemen, do the Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs this year? Gunny?
I start?
Yep.
I look at, like, the thing is I go back and forth. Do we make the playoffs? And I always just think, like, how much am I willing to put on this? What am I willing to bet for this? Because I think right now we're at plus money to make playoffs.
Yeah.
I think we're like 130 or something like that. And like I can't bring myself to bet it. So do I not believe in them or something?
Yeah.
I just don't want the heartbreak of also losing money and having my team be fucking slaughtered. But right now, I want to say it's like, just to respect the Canucks, it's like 51% chance they make, 49% chance they miss. Like it's very up in the air. We are a middle team.
Yep.
We're
going to be fighting.
My issue with it is not just the Canucks perform better, because I think we will perform better. I think Demko makes a huge difference. That PK getting it, that bumps me up. But it's just, I look at other teams, then they just keep going for it. We'll talk later about it, but Winnipeg obviously re-signed their players, so they want to go for it. Nashville wants to whatever the fuck Nashville's doing.
Nashville's crazy.
But they're going for it is the issue. Calgary's going for it again. And there's so Minnesota, I have no idea what the fuck they're doing with all that cap bullshit. There's so many of these teams that mushy middle that have to fight it out. And it's like, yes, we need this to happen, that could happen. We could have this affect that, or there's a bunch of stuff that could happen this season, but it's with every other team that also has a bunch of question marks.
Yeah.
Like, what if LA's goaltending just fucking absolutely shits the fucking bed and they can't make it?
Yeah.
That obviously opens us up to get another spot. So right now, I think it's 50-50, but I think we'll have a very good picture of it within a month into the league. But yeah, for me, it's 50-50. I'm not full on board.
Better than what I thought you were going to say. Now let's get some positivity in here. Ravi, give it to me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're making playoffs.
Inject
And we're
it
not
into
just
my
making
vein.
playoffs. We're fucking claiming a divisional spot. I'll say that right now. All right? We're
A
taking
divisional spot?
Yeah, we're taking third
spot? Okay.
Third
Wow.
spot. 100%. I think with all the additions that have been made, they're patching the holes that the previous regime left.
Yeah.
And a lot of the pieces seem like they're starting to fit nicely. That was the big thing, is Vancouver's always had the pieces, but they haven't fit, right?
Yeah.
So they got rid of Horvat, they got rid of OEL. Obviously, like, the cap is still just absolutely up their ass.
In shambles.
Yeah, it's gonna be up their ass for like the foreseeable future.
Emily's working her magic there.
They're cooking, man. Like, I don't hate it. Like, Lafferty's up after this season. The 5th round pick's not a big deal, but I think adding like a guy like Lafferty,
No, we'll talk about that in a minute.
we'll talk about that after. But like, down the middle, Pettersson, Miller, Suter, Bluger, and then now you have Lafferty, who can also play center. You have guys like Nilsson, Joshua, and stuff like that. Like, that's a pretty deep, not like pretty deep, but it's more viable than what we had in the past. And I think if Pettersson's going to build on what he did last year, he's working for a contract, and Quinn Hughes looks nuts. Demko looks solid. Hronik looks sick. Like, we have more fitting pieces this year, and I fully
More
believe
complete team.
Yeah, more of a complete team.
Yes.
I fully believe, and the coaching staff it's a whole like own thing. Like, I believe in this coaching staff more than anything.
Just as a counterpoint, we believed in the coaching staff last year as well.
Yeah, but dude,
Wait, sorry.
structure,
really
dog.
believe. Okay.
Structure.
We
They
had the-
have structure.
We had the full season under Bruce was the hope, and now it's like the full season under Tocchet.
Well, Bruce, we knew it was going to be run and gun, and our goaltending could not keep up with
the
run and gun.
The Demko hit really.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly probably the biggest difference, and a lot of season previews I've read about the Canucks have that.
Yeah.
Like, we are just riding on Demko.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, who isn't, honestly?
Yeah, you need your goalie to play goal.
Like, some teams just do that. Winnipeg does Hellebuck, Nashville does Saros.
Yeah.
Montreal rode Carey Price for fucking 11 years. Now that guy's
Well, my
just
issue
shambles.
is none of those teams were able to win it, or even look that good. Like, Winnipeg had that one great year. Sorokin with Islanders and stuff. They can make it on the back of goaltending.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're trusting in Demko, that's something I'll put my money in. So I'm fine with that. But that's obviously a big piece for us.
Yeah.
I'm just optimistic.
Yeah, fair enough. What
Okay,
about
first
Brady? You gotta
off,
break the tie here.
Where's the Kool-Aid? Because I'm ready to drink it. You fired me the fuck up, man.
Dude, the team's juiced.
No,
All right?
okay. First off, I'm a crazy homer as well, but I'm also cautiously optimistic. That
He's
being
not,
said,
he's not cautiously optimistic. This guy is not cautious.
Canucks are making the playoffs. I don't think they're making a divisional spot there. I mean, I think you have a point though. Like, if LA's goaltending does shit the bed, then there is a chance that spot opens up. It's just
Calgary's as well. Calgary's goaltending is also up in the air.
yeah, it's a question mark. But okay, yeah. So to what you said, like Pettersson, Kuzmenko, in my opinion as well, even though his shooting percentage is going to regress, like, those guys are going to build off their year. I don't care if his fucking shooting percentage goes down 7%, but he still scores 50 fucking goals. He just takes more shots.
Yeah.
Seriously. No, I'm not saying he's getting that. But anyways, yeah, we got Pettersson up the middle. You got Miller. You got, yeah, again, like, Besser should be having a bounce back year. I'm hopefully he gets that 35 and 30 that we're talking about.
Hell yeah.
He will. Well, just talk about Besser quick. Like, he's not getting. He's an assist machine though.
All right, this is my time here.
Sorry.
So
The Besser stuff
yeah, we
gets
got
me.
Hughes, who's
15
gonna-
and 60.
Sure.
Hughes has worked on his shot, and he just looked amazing in the preseason. So if he continues that, builds on the year he had. Actually, I believe it was Pierre LeBrun from The Athletic that thinks Hughes is going to be the #1 points leader and defenseman this year.
Yeah,
which
not
I could
crazy
see.
to think about.
Very reasonable. Huge X factors that need to hit in order for Vancouver to make this playoff dream come a reality is Roenick. A full season with Roenick, like you really have to see how the defense is going to unfold with him. And
Fold?
Demko.
Foreshadowing.
It's leaking out. and Demko having a healthy season too, with the Smith obviously coming in and helping out when need be. I just think there's a big question mark, with Calgary, like you're saying, with goaltending, and just does Huberdeau bounce back like enough for them to make it? Mm-hmm. Seattle too, like Seattle lightning out of a bottle. They absolutely killed it last year for sure, but their goaltender's still Grubauer at the end of the day. Like, are they going to be able to like repeat and make it there? And if they don't, spot opens up there, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Pacific
think
only has two locks.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, really. And then like that's the other thing too. Like Winnipeg made it last year, and I'm so confused with like what's going on there, because everyone's like, I fucking hate it here. I don't want to be here anymore. And it's like, oh yeah, we're here for 7 more years. Hellebuck and Scheifele, come on down.
Buddy,
so
you
it's
can
like,
give me $8.5 million to go live in Winnipeg. I'll fucking do it.
yeah, for sure. But I just like, apparently their locker room still has problems. I know Blake Wheeler left. Maybe it gets a little bit better. But I think there's a lot of questions for a lot of teams to get that last like wild card spot.
Yeah.
I think Vancouver is getting slept on a little bit, and rightfully so. We haven't made it in a few years. Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on us this year. We're coming.
It's not even that we haven't made it. It's like we've been fucking down and out by October or by the end of October.
Oh, yeah. And the start is a huge thing. I see all these fucking memes that kill me. It's like everything has to go right this year, and then people start being like, Soucy's week to week. We're done. It's like, hey, Carson Soucy's a good NHL defenseman, and week to week sucks.
Yeah.
But it's not Pettersson going down.
No.
It's not Hughes going down.
If we can't survive a Soucy week-to-week injury,
that's just pathetic.
There's no
Chalk
point.
it. This is garbage. Restart. But no, I truly believe with this group that they have, and if DJ, you know, the other thing too, actually, surprising X factor. Because long term, Di Giuseppe should not be in the top 6.
You call him an X factor?
I said surprising X factor.
You're still calling him an X factor.
He also said he doesn't deserve to be in the top 6, which he definitely does.
Last year I said that, okay?
Oh, yeah. He does deserve it.
Flip-flop. Okay, here we go. Di Giuseppe is in the top 6. Long term, shouldn't be there, right? He should be a bottom 6 guy on a competitive team. This team is trying to be competitive, but they don't have any other options. So Di Giuseppe works his ass off, makes the team. Plays with Miller and Besser, right? If he plays like he did in the preseason, which... Again, probably not sustainable for 82 games, but if you could get like 15 goals on that line and then just like work hard enough to help out Miller and Besser, that's huge for us.
It's a Mikheyev spot, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God.
Unless they want to,
we got Mikheyev. We're winning the cup.
Unless they want to do Suter, Beauvillier, and Garland as a line, which looked great during the thing.
Yeah.
That bottom 6 honestly looked great. The ones that we had that were NHL regulars.
Yeah.
The other guys weren't doing it, but like, Bluger, Beauvillier, and what's his name? Garland, obviously. He was playing on that third line. They looked great. I don't know if they're going to keep Garland on that first line or they want Mikheyev to go there and then someone else to go. Mm-hmm. There's still one spot in our top 6 after Mikheyev's gone.
Yeah.
That I could see going to anyone who deserves it. Like, they've moved Joshua up there. They've tried, obviously, Hoglander, Pod. Like, I don't know. One of those guys must be able to make it.
Yeah.
Hoglander's got to take it by the end of the season.
He should, yeah. It's there for him to take, but he has to do it. Yeah, he's got to put in the work.
Yeah, you're getting put in a position to succeed.
And one thing, like to what you're saying too, like I really think, like that top line with like Kuzmenko, Pettersson, and when Mikheyev gets back, that's where he was slotting in originally. That's a good line. I like. It's got speed. It's got skill. It's everything that the Canucks need. That like second line with Di Giuseppe, Miller, Besser is still solid because it's got Miller and Besser, and Di Giuseppe works really hard on the boards.
Yeah.
The bottom 6 really rounds out, I feel like, because they are NHL regulars.
Look at his face.
I just don't like this guy. Just no respect for Di Giuseppe. All right, I just don't feel like you're not giving enough respect to the guy.
What do you mean? I just did.
I just don't because your entire speech about the playoffs, this guy needs to step up. Like Pettersson does, it takes next level. Hughes takes it to the next level. Like all these players take a next level. Why doesn't Di Giuseppe get that?
That's what I just said. He was an X factor.
You said he's already.
I literally just said he was an X factor.
Like saying it like he's already taken that stuff, and now he's gonna like take a step back. Like that's the vibe I'm getting from you.
Oh man, no, I love the pizza man.
The pizza man is staying in the top 6.
Yeah, no, and I'm okay with that. And then as far as like the NHL regulars go for the bottom 6, like getting Garland in there, Suter, Beauvillier, like that's a very good, formidable line. Like, Beauvillier I believe he got 20 goals last year. That was also on the Islanders and here.
Yeah, I think he did.
But like he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife. I think he can go up and down the lineup. And then again like Bluger, Lafferty, and whoever you want to put there as that NHL regular.
Joshua.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't say Joshua. Yeah, Joshua, Hoglander, maybe Podkolzin. We'll see. But yeah, and I just really think this team has rounded out defensively hugely with like Roenick, Cole, Soucy adds, and again getting a proper backup in case things go down. Like if Demko gets hurt like he did last year, most likely that really hurts their chances at actually making the playoffs.
Sea loves, baby.
This team with a full
this team is way better than
this team with a full healthy roster with the notable healthy guys like Pettersson, Kuzmenko, Miller, Demko. We're gonna make playoffs this year, and we're gonna embarrass some teams out there. Okay,
we're gonna fucking embarrass you.
Yeah.
So, how bad of a start would we need for the panic index to just go crazy?
Panic index to go crazy?
I'd say 0-1.
Oh yeah,
not
0-1.
If we lose one, we're gonna panic because we're gonna be like, it's a road trip and stuff like that. I'm making fun of these people when it's
we start at home.
I know, but then if we go 0-1, then we immediately go on a road trip after.
Yeah.
Then we so many complaints.
I say 0-3.
0-3.
Give him 3. That's
no, I actually think 0-2 for me.
It's Oilers back to back.
Okay, if we can't beat the Oilers, like what are we doing?
Okay, so here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
But if we want that divisional spot, we're probably gonna play the Oilers in the first round, so we better win.
Yeah. Honestly, that team's ass, anyways.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking.
We literally have we have McDavid's kryptonite and Bluger, so we're good.
Yeah, Bluger's a fucking.
Vancouver, surprisingly, for the most part, can hold their own against the Oilers. Sometimes they get absolutely torched.
Well, you're gonna get torched some nights with McDavid there, right?
But they've played them enough that they're probably know what to expect.
Yeah, we can't clamp down McDavid, but
no, you can hope to contain them,
batten down the hatches,
yeah.
And we got the offense to do it. Like not like their fucking defense or goaltending can stop our offense either.
Yeah, exactly. It's such
you think fucking Stuart fucking Skinner's gonna stop Pettersson's clapping one at 100?
What do you prefer, stew or soup? Fucking terrible. Nicknames for your goalies.
I don't care what the nickname is.
It pisses
they're both
me off.
bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that gets me.
So like fucking playing the Oilers is gonna be a vibe. I expect them to at least go like 1-1 with the Oilers.
Yeah.
But
you gotta hope that the home they just like
2-0
the crowd.
2-0, 100%. 2-0. It's like if they did that, I wouldn't be surprised because we play the Oilers enough. You know, we know how they work. Like, and it's crazy because McDavid's so fucking good too.
Dude,
like
Draisaitl too. Fuck
dude,
yeah.
I feel like you said like coaches probably sit there and it's like, yeah, boys, let's just keep McDavid to 3 points tonight.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's probably 100%. That's probably what they say.
Dude, if he gets a point and you guys and like you lose, it's like, oh yeah, we did a really good job defending him. We just lost the game. Like
that's nuts. Yeah. But then we also like, especially against the Oilers, having a guy like Demko who can basically take over a game
Demko
Demko probably steals you 6-7 games a year.
Yeah.
With him playing a full year too, like how many more wins is that for him and the club, right? Like we're definitely improving this year.
10.
Whether it's not
82.
The guy doesn't let in a goal all year.
Oh my god, man. Doesn't win the Vezina still.
He won. They hate Vancouver.
And yeah, the other thing too, like can Tocchet's coaching staff can they like make this team play the proper systems to win games? That's a huge question, right?
Can they do a full 60?
Can they play a full 60? Like that's the whole thing, right?
They showed it in Calgary.
They did
that
for
was
sure.
Nice.
Like we said, like
they didn't show it in different preseason games. Like the Oilers that first period, the one we won. Like they were like 17-3 shots. I actually missed that first period, but it looked like we were getting slaughtered. There was actually
they started
3 straight games.
Yeah. They were building the structure in the first.
Building the foundation.
Loading.
Yeah, bro.
Digging the fucking.
They're waiting for their fucking Amazon parts to be getting in. All right.
Same period delivery. Oh man. And then I got another question for you guys. You guys see any of the players that had great years last year, like Kuzmenko, Pettersson, Hughes, Miller? Do you guys see anybody regressing at all or improving even?
I think Pettersson.
Improving or regressing?
Regressing. But I think he's gonna take I think he's gonna really step it up on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Which I honestly I wouldn't even call it regressing. I think he'll hit 40 goals this year.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think Draddy's mentioned a million times how many fucking posts that guy hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
post
power
per
play, I think he
60.
has like some embarrassing amount of power play goals. Like he should have way more than that.
Yeah.
He needs to shoot more on the power
He does.
play.
He's so selective with the shot sometimes. It fucking drives me nuts.
Put it towards the net, or he'll fake the shot and he'll back off into the boards.
Yeah.
He'll put it up to Hughes, and then the puck comes back to him, and he tries to throw it fucking into the crease to where Kuzmenko is.
You ever watch like Ovechkin? Like he like sometimes he'll give it back or whatever, but like that guy just shoots.
That guy has like a fucking like small circle that he just doesn't leave.
That guy,
He stands there. It's so
he's
funny.
fucking generational. There's no comparison there.
Yeah.
But
Pedersen's
like you
got
know
a
what I
hell of
mean?
a
Like
shot,
Pedersen is very selective with that, where like he'll get a pass where I think he should be shooting it. He'll be like, nah, give me a better one, and then he'll get it, and he'll still like kind of hesitate or maybe do something else. And I get it, you're trying to
He had
look
that
at different
absolute fucking
angles.
snipe that one time.
Oh,
on,
the one in against Edmonton.
Yeah.
But his 1-Ts, honestly, even his wrist shots in the preseason, he's missing the net quite a bit.
Yeah, that's because he misses because he's absolutely trying to pick corners.
Yeah. He also, there was I don't know if because there was that one year that he tried a different stick out for the first little bit and he just couldn't fucking buy a goal.
That was a
Yeah.
Canada year, wasn't it? Canadian division year.
Might have been.
Yeah.
But I hope he's not doing that again.
It's
No, I
fine,
think
boys.
he
I'm not
realizes-
worried about Pedersen at
No,
all.
no.
The regression, I think, when that thing you mentioned, like he might go down in points, which we call a regression. But I think Talkie was mentioning when he's coaching Crosby, like Crosby could get 20 more points by just like doing the slight Patty Kane thing where you just sit at the blue line and wait to get sprung.
Yeah.
But Crosby's obviously he plays the full 200-foot game.
Yeah.
And everything
Absolutely
like that.
violated Patrick Kane right there.
Oh, Patrick Kane, dude, man, that guy doesn't play defense.
Yeah, no,
he doesn't
I
play
know.
defense. But that's what Patterson, like, he could take a step back and like he could do more PKing and stuff like that as well,
Yeah.
and that'll help the team overall. And he might regress a bit in points. Like, he's still a lock for
He's
90
still
plus.
getting yeah.
And so I'm not worried about his points, but
He in one of the preseason games, they didn't go like 15 for like 17 on the faceoff.
Oh yeah, he had like an unreal night, but then he like a couple nights later when he was
Yeah,
doing faceoffs,
absolutely.
he was like 0-4 at the start. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's going on there?
But 15 for 17, that's still pretty fucking.
Oh, it's
that's
amazing.
That's
Very
good.
good.
Yeah.
But I have no issue with Pedersen. I think
No.
Pedersen, Hughes, Miller. I honestly think those three are just such like
Consistent.
consistent NHLers. Like I know Miller had obviously that beginning of the season stuff, but I'm not worried about those three at all. Besser, even though I've been the most the least supportive of him on this group, I still don't think he's getting 35 goals. He got 5 assists. That's it for the preseason, and that's because he's a passer. The guy's got the vision for it. He's passing a lot more this year. He still doesn't have a hell of a shot like he had in his rookie season.
Needs to play the half wall on the power play. I don't like him as a
Really?
screen
I want him as a bumper.
or even bumper.
Like
But
no, he has that quick, or he can get that quick release, dude. He used to handcuff goalies with every shot he took. Like I am totally like fine with leaning into him being a playmaker as well on his line a little bit more so if Miller wants to take the reins. But I do think it's in him to still score 30 goals
They need, I like
or to get it for the first time.
he's more effective when he's facing towards the net, right? I
Yeah.
think also with having like Besser as your screen guy, if I'd prefer Kuzmenko there. I would prefer them to
Kuzmenko
rotate.
gets all the tips.
Yeah, he gets the tips, and also Kuzmenko has better hands than Besser. So if he
Yeah.
does get the puck in his feet,
In
he can,
close, yeah.
he can fish it
Yeah.
out, and he can like put the puck in the net, and then Besser in the bumper, bro. Like
Holy
that's
shit.
that's probably where he's best suited for
I'm
the
gonna
team.
I'm gonna email Talkit. Let
Like,
him know. Like this guy's
Talk
cooking.
is watching, don't worry.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like how they use Besser as a screen option, and
Yeah,
Besser,
I agree.
because Besser also always just moves out of the way as well. He doesn't sit there and
I just want to get pelted by a Pedersen shot.
more than fair. His injury history, bro. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I think he's do you know what Colorado right now? 23 goals, 44 assists. I think he has a great season. Doesn't
67
pop.
points.
Yeah. Quick
Damn.
maths. But
At that
no,
point, you might as well round up to an even 70.
no, we'll
Yeah.
not do.
I'll get 3 shorthanded points.
3 shorthanded points.
I'm kidding.
How's he know?
Relax.
Well, are we hemmed in our zone that bad? No, I think he has a great season. I just don't think it's in goal scoring aspect. I think he's much more of a playmaker now. And I think with known finishers, JT Miller and Phil DiGiuseppe on his line,
Yeah.
he's going to be fucking absolutely sauce and apples.
Known finishes. Oh, that's
Okay.
good. No, I like this though. I like that I feel like you're optimistic. I feel like you want to jump that bridge. Wednesday we'll find out.
I have Besser in my fantasy team. I want it on record. I'm a big fan.
In,
Big believer.
The Church League?
Whichever one tried to drop him in.
That was like your league.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like I feel like you're a little more optimistic than you usually are.
Well, Besser, yeah.
You and me, baby. Let's go to a playoff game this year.
Hell no, that shit's so expensive.
We'll go to a couple regular seasons.
I'll go to like the Shark Club and watch the game, but
yeah.
I'm not paying fucking Francesco $500.
Quickly here, boys. We kind of talked about him being added onto the team here. Sam Lafferty.
Yep.
To the Vancouver Canucks for a 5th round pick.
A 5th?
A 5th.
Oh my god.
A bit of an overpayment?
Oh my god, a 6th I could stomach, but when I'm watching the draft, all right, and it's pick 163, I want it to be the Canucks, all right? That's the difference. I don't
want you guys
a 5th pick.
To think about this. Like, this doesn't have anything to do with the 5th, but it does have to do with Sam Lafferty.
Yeah.
And it's Toronto gave up a 1st and a 2nd for like Jake McCabe and Sam Lafferty. And we gave up a
retain
1st.
Jake McCabe.
Yeah, but we gave up a 1st and a 2nd for Philip Hronek.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah.
So who would you rather have?
Philip Hronek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hronek and
By a
Lafferty.
mile. By a mile.
Also, there's a difference in our first pick and Toronto's first pick.
Oh, yeah.
It was the 13th that we gave up.
Yeah.
Was it 13th? No, it was 19th, 17th.
17th.
Or 17th. Yeah,
there was like
sorry,
a 28th?
Yeah, I want to
Whatever,
say
but there was a bit of a
it's late
difference in
20s.
that. But yeah, obviously you think Toronto and then you think Vancouver. Like that's Vancouver's giving you a first. You're whoo wee. Let me grab that.
Yes. I'm in the same boat as you. Like honestly, I could see where people get mad where we've given up so many picks over time.
Yeah.
But my God, like the amount of people freaking out on Twitter being like, this is a crazy overpayment. I can't believe they got Lafferty. Dude, Lafferty's an NHLer.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing on our penalty kill. He's fast, and he's going to fit for this team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of this shit. Sorry, do you want me to keep... But,
I love the passion, though.
no, I'm done with this, man. The Canucks fans need the regular season to start so we could stop arguing about stupid shit like this. Because Lafferty is better than a 5th round pick.
Yeah. I am gonna disagree that they can get mad about a 5th round pick only because we give up a 2nd, we give up a 3rd,
that's
we
what I'm
give up
saying.
another 3rd, we give up a 5th, we give up something here. That's the issue.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not, no one's mad about it in a vacuum. No one. Sam Lafferty for a 5th is a great trade.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people believe that this team is not playoff caliber. And that's the big issue is fucking playoff caliber, and we're already trading off draft picks. Like, we want a cup contender. I don't want a 1st round, 2nd round exit. I want a team that can win a cup so I can finally breathe, honestly. But like that's the issue is that we're just doing these little trades that contenders do. And we're doing this when we're not even making playoffs, when we're 20th in the league.
Yeah.
That's where people get upset. So these little trades and stuff like that are just irking for people that don't believe in this team.
Yeah.
Because it's just more and more of kicking the can down the road when we're not even kicking it for any good goddamn reason in their eyes.
Yeah.
That's where I see where people really get. That's where, honestly, I'm not going to go on Twitter and complain about a 5th round pick. I don't have a lot of time on my hands to do that. All right. Like, that's what I mean. But people that I think that's where people's anger comes from in the Canucks is like they're so sick and tired of these little trades that people keep talking. I remember last year when you talked to me about Ethan Bear trade. Like I was out of my mind.
I almost cried going into my house. I'm like, this guy just hates his team now.
Yeah, like those little things. Like when you're really in the depths of this team, it irks you when you just keep doing these small little adjustments that end up becoming like we have no draft for like six rounds in a row or something like that. But that's a good trade.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do these other trades, this trade you should do it as well because none of those guys can make it in our bottom 6.
Thing. Alvin and Rutherford both said like, we're not rebuilding. They're basically retooling on the fly, right? They have done. If you compare this regime to like what this team is right now compared to what Jim Benning was doing when he was trying to compete, they have done a bang up job.
Yeah.
Like this team is the most solid it has been in a while for sure. I said that last year too, and they got fucking decimated in the first 7 games. But this game, this team, seriously, we have actual top 2 defenders now. We got Hronek and Hughes.
Yeah.
We have like a really good rounded out bottom 6 with some punch at the top 6, like a fucking all-star goalie and a formidable backup goalie now. Like this, I really like the way this team's shaped up, and I really like the way that Rutherford and Alvin have done business. I really think that they're professionals, and
Their pro scouting has been great for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even
dude,
the depth pieces like Joshua and Amons, like those are like nothing players for the
Akito
team.
Hirose, Cole McWard,
So many
Baines.
things. But even like obviously Bluger, Suter, like these guys, I trust that this team knows like what small pieces to get to make a championship.
Yeah.
Because well, they've done it before, right, with Pittsburgh and stuff like that. So I trust that team in that regard.
Yep.
It's just the issue of is the core good enough?
We'll find out.
Find out this Wednesday.
7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the Canucks take on the Edmonton Oilers. And then quickly, just some news around the league here. This morning, Scheifele and Hellebuck.
Just some news, fucking massive.
Pretty two big things actually. But
The Darlene thing happened. Sorry.
No, we can talk about Darlene first. Wanna do that? Yeah.
I was still up. It was at 4 a.m. I got
at 4 a.m?
Fucking
You
up.
were still up?
Yeah. I got a fucking
boy hours.
notification from Sportsnet that said they signed him to an 8-year, $88 million contract, and I was like,
God dang it.
4 a.m. Well, I guess it was probably about 7 a.m. in Buffalo.
Yeah, 7
Tied
a.m.
for second highest cap hit.
It's
Tied
it's a
for
big
second
number.
highest.
Second highest. Eric Carlson's first, and then Drew Doughty
Oh,
second.
defenseman cap.
Defenseman
Yeah,
cap.
defenseman cap.
I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure Panarin makes like 11.8.
It's it's a big price, but I mean, at the end of the day, too, cap's going up. This guy's going to be leaning into this deal. Like they locked up their guy.
Well, they locked up Tage and Cousins for $7 million a piece as well.
Yeah.
So they're laughing to the bank right now. They got money. So
Yeah.
And it's Darlene, right? They bridged it.
Rasmus, man.
And then he's now becoming what's probably going to be a Norris candidate for a few years. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for a lot of years.
No, he's.
Oh,
Candidate, not winner.
I love Darlene. I can't say enough about the guy.
him, Makar, Hughes. You guys Norris finalists next year?
That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty sick. I like it. A little blushing. All right. There's a lot of good defensemen. They're like
Young defenseman.
Dude, this is like the age for defensemen. Like, it was kind of starting to pop off with like Drew Doughty when he came into the mix, Eric Carlson, all these guys. But now it's like you got Morrissey, Darlene, Adam Fox, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Heiskanen. Nice.
No, we got Tim Heiskanen.
Like, it's
There's
just,
just a lot out there. Yeah.
it's amazing. And then the Winnipeg Jets, everybody was complaining about how the locker room sucks and they hate Winnipeg. They can't wait to get out of there.
Fucking hate it here. Let me out.
Scheifele and Hellebuck both got extended to 7 years, $8.5 million each, matching contracts for besties. So I guess that means Winnipeg's going for it this year too, like you said.
that. I'm not honestly surprised that they signed him.
No.
I just didn't think they wanted to play there.
I was waiting
I
for
think-
like halfway down the year, like when trade deadline hits. I thought they were both going to be gone to like contenders.
The-
Imagine the haul for that.
Dude, I know.
The
Trading
rumblings
both
were
of them?
that Hellebuck wanted to get traded, obviously, because he didn't
Yeah.
want to be in Winnipeg anymore, but he wanted an extension as well.
Yeah.
And I think once they talked around the league to a lot of teams, like New Jersey was definitely in the mix, no one was paying him that money. No one wanted to pay $8.5 mil.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
That's where like I think it might have been a money decision. I don't think it's from like him thinking they're gonna win. Like they did do that Pierre-Luc Dubois trade and get the I actually can't even pronounce his name still. Iafallo.
I follow. That was
Wow.
really good. Hey,
Velarde.
put it
There
there,
you go.
buddy.
I'm like losing my voice. I was like, I don't know how to make that. But Winnipeg's an interesting, like, are they gonna, like, does Morrissey continue with that? That's what I mean. There's so many of these 50-50 teams in the West. Like, literally, Winnipeg, Nashville, Calgary, Seattle, and us are all 50, and Minnesota are all 50-50 teams. Like, that's a ridiculous amount
Jardy
of
said
stuff.
we just missed the playoffs and we missed by 12 points.
6 more wins, baby.
Hey, how do you eat an elephant?
A bite at a time, baby. So I just brought up the Western Conference here because I want your guys' opinions on who actually makes it this year. So if you guys want me to start first, I can, just to give a little example here. I think the Central.
Give your 4 locks for the West.
4 teams that are locked for the West?
There's only 4 teams that are locks, I believe. Unless you think there's 5.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. Sorry, yeah. So 4 locks, obviously, Colorado, Dallas. That's just a shoe-in right there. And then Vegas and Edmonton. Like, those are the 4 locks.
Yep.
2 in 2 divisions. I do think just because, like, the LA Kings have been there for a few years now, like, battling the Edmonton Oilers. Like, literally their whole game plan, this is a Kings podcast, they just literally make a game plan for how they can like try to like beat the Oilers the next year.
Yeah.
They've been in that third spot for a bit.
It
I actually
ain't
think
Cam Talbot. I'll tell you that.
yeah, it very well might not be, but I still think the Kings are a lock for the playoff spot.
Okay, so
So
there's
I
5
think
locks.
I think there's 5 locks. Okay, so for the Pacific, it's Vegas, Edmonton, LA. For Central, I'm gonna go a little bit off the board here because I know Minnesota's been making it, but I think it goes Colorado, goes Dallas. I think Nashville has a sneaky season. Saros puts the boys on his back. You know, full healthy season from Philip Forsberg,
All right, so
and they make it.
There's 2 people that believe in Nashville now: Barry Trotz and Dryden. So Saros is enough to make you playoffs, so that's fair.
But I think that's all that makes it out of the Central. I think the rest are the 2 wildcard teams are going to be Pacific, and it's going to be
So you
Seattle.
think Minnesota misses?
Yep.
I don't think with the re-emergence, I don't know what it really to call what Matt Boldy's doing right now because he popped off
I
last
guess
year.
fucking Matt Boldy.
And he's going to come back this year. Holy
You know what,
fucking
actually?
dying.
You
My
okay,
guy's
buddy?
dying.
Put him on IR. I take back what I say. I do think Nashville's a sneaky team, though, that people are kind of sleeping on a little bit. But let's just keep Minnesota there because, yeah, they've been consistent at getting that third spot. Yeah, okay,
You can't
so
go back on what you said. You already chose Nashville.
fuck it, Nashville.
That's his
There we
hot
go.
take. Barry Trotz is crying right now if you take it back.
Anyways, the 2 wildcard spots for me are going to be because I think Calgary had the most overtime losses last year, right? They won
Calgary
a
had a
few
lot
more-
of unlucky things happen to them.
yeah.
Unlucky being Markstrom.
As
fucking
much
them
as I
every game.
hate
Yeah.
the Flames, I think just because of that, and Huberdeau has to have a bounce back year where it's like better than last year. Otherwise, they're actually just not going to make it. I don't think Markstrom is going to be as good still. I think he'll be a little bit better. But like those factors alone to me make the Flames a wild card team.
Yeah.
I think Vancouver snatches the last wild card spot. That's why I see it shaken down.
Wait, so who's missing? Seattle's missing? Right?
Seattle's missing.
And Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's missing.
Yeah, that's believable. I don't think anyone believes in Winnipeg.
No.
I think Winnipeg like just makes the playoffs. Like one team can just. They were the only ones that lost in 5 games, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And gave Vegas that nice rest. Everyone else was fighting for their lives, and they're like, "Yeah, here's Winnipeg." By the way,
Dude, the whiteout
I
was sick,
believed
by
in
the way.
Winnipeg. Yeah, sick with a team on the ice, ain't? Aesthetically, great team.
Yeah.
Hockey wise, not that good. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Winnipeg missing. I think losing Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Yeah. That's a huge.
I will
drop
not
off
get
there.
into whatever's happening with Nicholas Eller still being on the second PP and not on the second
The
line.
first. Yeah.
They would need Velarde and Iafallo to just absolutely eat. They need Morrissey and Pionk to pop off, and they would need Hellebuck to continue to be himself, which is a fair bet. But I just don't believe in them that much.
Yeah.
I think Winnipeg cuts down. I believe in Calgary more because of all those unlucky stats.
Yeah.
Most games lost by 1 goal. Most games lost by your goalie just being fucked. So who knows? Maybe they
Didn't they like also like most like games with the first shot going in or something like that?
Oh, that was what it was. Yeah.
Dude, what happened?
Backbreaker. Well, we ran Markstrom like a dog. So that was like, well, who knows? Maybe they randomly decide, hey, Dustin Wolf can come up finally.
Yeah.
I think he's won like 3 straight MVPs or something. He's like, hey, can I play now? And they're like, no.
We still have
Little,
this guy.
you got to simmer down there a little more, buddy. So I actually believe that Calgary will probably make it.
Yeah.
And then that leaves, Calgary, and then I think it's us probably sneaking in. I think this year, divisional games matter a fuckload.
Oh yeah.
That Seattle series could swing it's an 8-point swing if you just sweep it. So
Yeah.
I think Canucks will really depend on how much they can ride Demko, and especially those back-to-back games. How much Smith can also steal for us. I think
Yeah.
goaltending is going to be huge for us.
Yeah.
because we need like actual games where we get like steal from top teams,
Yeah.
especially in our own division.
So wait, who's your third Central team that's making it?
Oh, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I believe in Minnesota. Sorry, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota for the Central, Vegas, Edmonton, and Kings for Pacific, and then Calgary and Vancouver making it.
It's the same. Outside of Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville. So that little.
That's a terrible pick by me. I already know it.
Go ahead, Pravi. Who's making it?
Central, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Kaprizov and Boldy. Their defense is still relatively solid.
Buddy, Luke Shan, O'Reilly.
He's our
Same
defenseman.
Yeah. I know.
Luke Shannon, Ryan O'Reilly.
Those are the ads.
Who else do they have?
UC Soros in that.
I think Philip Gustafson. I think he's probably going to have a pretty good year. Hopefully, he doesn't fuck me in fantasy this year.
Literally one of the quietest. Like I think he was like second in goals against average and third in like save percentage this year.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I don't think there's any reason to bet against the Wild, especially because the Central is looking kind of weak. And then for Pacific, it's Vegas. Okay, so mine is Vegas, Edmonton, Vancouver,
Woo!
Calgary, LA.
That's my team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same team, different order then.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't given the order. I don't even know who's going to make the top of the Pacific.
Oilers.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pick Edmonton.
Yeah.
To win the Pacific.
Nah, no.
If you believe the Stanley Cup hangover, Edmonton should make that.
Actually, no, I'm gonna pick Vegas.
I don't believe in stew.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Vegas.
I don't believe in stew or soup.
But yeah, no, Vegas, Edmonton, Vancouver, and then Calgary, and then LA.
All three of us are writing off Seattle this year then.
Yeah.
Thinking that last year was a
we
fluke.
very literally have to write them off if we believe in Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's them or them, Calgary, Winnipeg, though.
Actually, I'm going to change my answer.
Have the Canucks missing.
Imagine. Go from fucking third to bunk. No, I'm going to say Seattle makes it over LA.
You think LA misses?
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Their goaltending,
Yeah.
I find way too questionable.
Yeah, no, that's... I mean,
Too
like,
questionable.
everything's all valid. My dad's going to hate us now.
Dad probably
He's gonna
already
hate
hates
Pravi.
me.
Just Brabby, yeah.
That's probably doing its terrible takes as always. Right?
He's like, this is the dude who's playing video games with my kid till 6 a.m.
Hey, this is the guy that fucking said Florida over Boston, though.
He is, yeah.
We do need to give him a little
He's
bit
got
of
the
respect
crystal
on
ball,
his
man.
predictions.
I still remember I said I have Boston losing in 7.
Yeah, you did say
Called
that.
it.
Then we made
Man,
fun
if
of
we
him
were
for like
video
20
pod
minutes.
then and you said that, views through the roof.
Would have whipped my what's it called out.
What's happening in Kelowna here? It seems that Prav Joe. Are we doing the East as well?
Well, we might as well. We're right
Yeah.
here, right? I'll let you start off this time, Prabby.
I actually have to look at it, so somebody
You have
else
to
go
look at it?
first.
Okay.
I can go first.
There you go.
Who's making it guaranteed? Toronto, Tampa. I don't care if they have Vasilevsky injured. They're still got a great team. They keep losing pieces, dear God, but I think honestly they still have that solid core.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, New Jersey, and Rangers. Easy pickup right there. I think those 5 are guaranteed. And then Boston, I don't think has fallen off as much as people say.
Why don't we look at this through like divisions?
Yeah, we could do
I'm
that.
just talking
too.
the playoff teams.
I don't, but like I want to see who's in what division.
Yeah, there
You
you
don't
go.
just memorize the divisions. Yeah, I think Boston still sticks in. And then I got to give it to Florida.
Nice.
They just made it all that way. I think last year was obviously the
Nice.
fluke instead of the year before.
This guy
The
gets
playoff run being the fluke. I think Florida is the real deal.
Yeah.
And then the Buff Boys. I can't
The
deny
Buff
them.
Boys, let's
Yeah,
go.
this guy
Yeah.
fucking gets it.
I'm losing my
Yeah.
voice, so I can't pump the Buff Boys up as much as they need. Dear
This
God.
guy,
Little Buff
gets
Boys.
it.
Little Buff Boys.
And I just realized that means I
Oh,
think
man.
Pittsburgh's going to miss it, so that's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, this East might be a little tougher than it usually is. Like Detroit, Ottawa are obviously trying to come in as well
Yep.
as a new age team, and Buffalo as well. Islanders, any believers?
No.
Fuck no.
Not at all. Yeah, no, I Sorokin has to play like the crazy, like he'd win the Hart if they get it in this year, guaranteed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I disagree. I do think Boston's fallen off quite a bit. Like, dude, who's going to be playing with Pasta and Marchand if Zaka gets injured? Charlie Coyle? You're telling me Charlie Coyle is going to play there?
Honestly, Pavel Zaka already is already. You're gonna be like Pavel Zaka. That's already a
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I know. Like, trying to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, but right away Boston misses it. I'll say it.
Damn.
Yeah, Toronto, Tampa, locks in the Atlantic, and the Metropolitan here. We got Carolina, New Jersey, and the New York Rangers. That's obviously a lock right there. And you know, yeah, Carolina's probably gonna get the President's Trophy this year. I think they're such a solid team through and through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I have the Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida, locks there. Like I said, Calgary, New Jersey, and the Rangers. And then I think that Buffalo makes it. And yeah, I got to go Pittsburgh as the last one. And even 4-4 out of those two divisions. It's tough because I'm pretty high on Detroit this year as well.
Yeah,
But with the Carlson edition with Pittsburgh,
yeah,
they squeak into that 8th spot.
hard to bet against Crosby. We said that last year and then lost to Chicago. So,
Yeah.
who knows?
Brabby?
I agree with your take that not Buffalo, but Boston has fallen off quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
It's just the depth in center I just can't see.
no, I agree. I'll agree with that. I'm gonna say Tampa wins the Atlantic. Toronto, Florida, Buffalo, and Ottawa. And then Carolina, New Jersey, New York.
Buffalo and Ottawa.
So counting out Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no Pittsburgh. 3
Wow.
teams
Yeah,
out of
so
Metro.
Similar to how I did
Five
it.
out of- yeah.
5 out of Atlantic.
God damn.
Can I
But-
say a take that has been sitting on me for a while?
Yep.
Sorry, I was interrupted, but I'm just looking at them. I don't know what it is, but for the last month I've been thinking about this. I think the Columbus Blue Jackets make the playoffs this year.
Wait, really?
The worst part is I don't hate that.
it. No.
There's something there.
I don't hate that.
They are actually
Fantilli. They finally have a 1C.
They had
Dude,
a million injuries
him,
last year. I think their entire
Goudreau.
decor was out, and I think Elvis was out for a bit too. Not
Yeah.
100%, but I don't know, something about Columbus.
Yeah. That'd be so good for the league too, man.
Merachenko, Vantilli, Line coming back. They're always injured.
Ken
Can I change my
Johnson?
answer? Can I change my answer?
Two.
Drop Ottawa, put in Columbus.
No, you gotta take that. No. He's not taking it from me.
No, I'm changing my answer.
I'm dropping Boston and adding Columbus. Literally,
I
the
already
top
dropped
team and the
Ottawa,
worst
though.
team are switching.
No.
playoff spots.
You know, I will
Hot
say
take.
it's it is a hot take, but they're going to be way more competitive this year. I still think they don't make it just out of being inexperienced, but they're going to be a fun team to watch this year. The NHL this year, make no mistake about it. This season is going to be so fun to watch. There's so many stars.
Yeah.
You got Jack Hughes, Elias Pettersson, Connor McDavid. We have these
Tage Thompson.
You still have Crosby and Ovechkin in the league. They're still competitive. We didn't even talk about Washington there. I do think they'll miss, but they're still trying to be competitive to make.
Buddy, their playoffs is fucking getting Ovi to 894 goals.
100%. But yeah, there's just so many competitive teams, man. Literally look at the Atlantic right there. Red Wings, Senators, Sabres, Panthers, Lightning, Maple Leafs, and the Bruins all trying to make it this year. The only team that isn't a surefire at even looking at the playoffs is the Canadians in that division.
No, they won't make it.
And then you look at the Metropolitan too. It's Flyers. You guys say Blue Jackets are gonna make it. Flyers and Capitals maybe are teams where you're yeah, they're probably not gonna make it. But everybody else in that thing is competitive.
Yeah, East is looking like a bloodbath every
That
fucking
is.
year.
Yeah.
In the West, we're talking about these coin flip teams. The East is just they're gonna fucking fight tooth and nail just to make a wild card.
Yeah, the West has some very you look at Anaheim, San Jose, and then Chicago, Arizona, St. Louis, and Nashville.
That was your team. Don't add them there.
In Minnesota, sorry. But yeah, it's just
I think St. Louis is going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
St. Louis is gonna be fighting for not going in the basement. That team fucking blows.
No, they're going to be
That
fighting.
team fucking blows.
Anyways,
They'll fight. They'll fight.
They'll fight for nothing. They'll fight for
You just
nothing.
picked Columbus.
Yeah.
Shut up.
so did you.
Yeah,
found
after
that.
you picked
Because you
Columbus.
thought it was a good idea.
I'm not agreeing
I'm
with you
a
on
dick
St.
rider. We know this.
Dude, you know what? Can we have another hour for me to shit on St. Louis? That team fucking blows.
I'm saying St. Louis because I took Robert Thomas.
Oh my god, I took Kyrou and I still hate that team. But yeah, no, those are some pretty good predictions there, boys. Outside of my Nashville pick, I think.
I think your Nashville pick's probably better than our Columbus pick.
Oh yeah, it's way better than that pick. That's garbage.
We didn't pick Columbus to win a divisional spot, though. You picked Nashville to win a divisional
Nashville has a
spot.
better chance of winning a
Because I
divisional
think
spot.
5 are coming out of the Pacific, though.
I don't know.
for
I
that
just believe
to
in
happen.
Columbus.
Yeah, I
Go
like
for
that. It's a nice take, though. Yeah, you guys got anything else to add, though, before we wrap it up here?
No.
Go Canucks, go.
Yeah,
I
hey.
love that. You guys got anything else? Every single time, one of us
Go
will say,
Canucks,
go
go.
Canucks, go.
Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
We start this season on Wednesday against the Edmonton Oilers at home.
It's like October 11th?
October 11th
Wednesday, October 11th?
in Vancouver, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Hell yeah. Puck drops probably like 7:30. considering they have to do the player introductions.
Carson.
That's one thing I fucking hate about the first game of the year.
Takes so long.
Oh yeah, we have
way
the
too
dog
long.
shit road trip to start, and that's the issue. Isn't the
gonna
team
get-
tired? It's we get every single team fucking and the equipment trainer. Thank you so much. Like, hey, they deserve a shout out. Please don't make me watch it.
Yeah.
Dear God.
That's so funny. But yeah, no, I can't wait for the season to start, boys. And yeah, go Canucks, go. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. You can follow us on X or Twitter, another voice track there, at What the Nuck Pod. And Insta as well is at What the Nuck Pod. And our YouTube channel is just at What the Nuck. Again, thank you so much and have a great day. Go Canucks, go.